To another advanced mixing techniques tutorial with me, Dan. In this tutorial we are going to look at something called a gate. Gates are really good for reducing unwanted audio and spill from microphones in the recording studio, especially when recording multiple sources at one time. In this demonstration we're going to use a multi-track recording one of the MT2 groups did a few weeks back, which is a song called Crazy. In this we recorded a bit of drums, as you can see here, and some bass, some keys, and the lead vocal. Quite a simple setup. So here's the drums by themselves, just soloed. Don't sound too bad altogether, it's not a bad mix. The only mix we've done at the moment is we've just put some pan on the overheads. So overhead left and right, just to give it more stereo width, which we'll go into at a later session. I don't know if you can see from here, but you can probably tell that in some of the tom microphones there's quite a bit of noise that we don't really want to hear. So here's the high tom as it is. You probably hear the noise of the snare in the background and the kick. So loads of unwanted noise there, especially from that kick drum. It's quite boomy from this microphone position. The microphones we're using, if you're interested, are the SE Electronics V drum mic pack. So we're using the V kick on the kick drum. We used a SM57 on the snare drum, obviously not SE Electronics. And then for the toms, we used the V tom, and the overheads were SE8s. They're Pence microphones. So what we can do for this high tom is we can remove all the unwanted audio from here, which cleans up the entire track, and then we're not boosting, compressing, changing anything that we don't want to change and enhance. Okay, so in Logic we can go and add an audio effects. We can look at dynamics, where our gate should be. Where's our noise gate? Okay, so noise gates come in many different variations. There it is. But all of them have the same different aspects. Okay, so very similar to a compressor. They have a threshold, which is where they're going to open and close. That's the threshold where it's going to kick in. They have an attack, which is how quickly this particular gate is going to open and close to stop unwanted audio coming through. They have something called hold. Hold is how long the gate is going to stay open for at full width. And then they have something called release, which is how quickly that gate is going to close back on itself. Okay, so tweaking these settings for the tom here, we can just push forward a touch. What we're going to do first is we're going to find a setting which removes all the unwanted noise at the back. Okay, so here we go. We're going to tweak the threshold first so that we can change when this gate is going to open and close. So here we go. So you can still hear all the background noise there. If we move this up, keep going. There we go. You can see it start to kick in. Got open and close. Let's go a little bit further. A little bit more. There we go. And we've pretty much removed all the unwanted audio, okay, from this microphone. Here it comes. So it's been played now, and this gate is being constantly closed, reducing all the unwanted audio, so all that kick sound, all the kick sound, all the snare sound, all the cymbal sounds. Okay, when it comes up to this tom sound in a second, nope, there's a bit of gate up in there, so what we're going to do is going to push this a touch more to minus 14, or maybe minus 13 actually. There it is. There we go. Okay. For the keen eared among you, you may have noticed that tom sound was a bit short for my liking. That means that what's happened is the audio is spiked over the threshold of the gate, opened up the gate, but the gate is acting much too quickly. Okay, just give you that again. So you can hear it's a boom. So acting much too quick there. Okay, so to counter this, what we can do is we can change the attack, the hold, and the release so that they work together to give a nice clear tom sound. Okay, so here we go. We're going to work with the attack first. So let's take the attack all the way up and see what happens. Okay, play that one again, just with an even longer attack. Okay, so you may have noticed that we have a high attack. The gate is not open quick enough to hear the first initial hit of the high tom. If we take the attack all the way down to 1 millisecond, or 0 milliseconds on this particular gate, you'll notice you'll hear a lot more of the stick attack. Okay, here it is again. Much more stick attack. So here's the combination. Here's with 0 milliseconds. And then let's change that attack all the way up to 82 milliseconds. Okay, sounds like that tom is in a completely different room or being recorded by an overhead microphone. So what we're going to do for drums and anything that's got a very fast attack is going to have a very fast attack on our gate, so that the gate opens up very quickly and we hear the entire ADSR of the high tom, or the instrument that's been recorded. ADSR is attack, decay, sustain, and release. That's the profile of the sound. Okay, so now we set our attack so that the gate's going to open really quickly for the tom. We need to change our hold. Now, as we said a second ago, the hold is how long the gate is going to be open for at full openness. Okay, so here we go. This is with a short hold. So as you hear there, it's a very short tom sound. Play it again. Don't hear any of that sustain and release of the high tom. Okay, with the short hold. With a longer hold though, so for example, 400, 500 milliseconds. Here it is. Okay, we hear the entire high tom sound, and we also hear the snare sound because that gate is opened up for too long. Okay, here is it again for a long hold. Okay, so I think we should take the hold of the gates and reduce it quite a bit. So let's try around 100 milliseconds, see if that helps. Okay, so that's not too bad, maybe a touch shorter. Try 80. There we go. Okay, so we now got the attack of the stick in the tom. We can then move over to the release. The release is how quickly or slowly the gate is going to close back on itself. Okay, so similar with the hold, a longer release will have the gates open for longer, and short release will make that gate slam back on itself shut. You can almost imagine a guarding gate, and the release is how tight the spring is, which closes the gate back. Okay, so with a long release, we're going to get very similar results to the hold, which means we're going to have a long decay as this gate closes. So here it is. You can hear all the audio fading in the background as the gate closes back on itself. So with the release, let's bring it back because it's a very short tone from the high tom. Let's try 100 milliseconds or 102.2 because why not? Okay, here it is again with 102.2 millisecond release. Okay, still a little bit short there, it does cut out a notch, but we're still getting some of that sustain and release of the tom. So let's try 150 or 153.4. Okay, still a little bit release, short release there. You do start to hear that snare sound come in the background, which is what we want to watch out for, because we don't want to hear that. There we go, that sounds quite nice. So that's 207.6 milliseconds of release. Okay, let's just hear that again. Sounds pretty nice. Okay, so that's with the gate set up properly. Here's without the gate, just to demonstrate how good it is. Here's without. And here's with. So as you can hear there, the gate is doing its job. It's doing a marvelous bit of work on that high tom. Really good for toms, especially if it's a 4.5 long minute song and you've got a lot of bleed. Okay, you could go through and do this manually, but that's going to take a lot of time, and you're going to have to put your fades in as you go and chop as you go. Okay, using a gate will do the majority of the work for you, saving you time to move on to other things. Okay, and having a clean drum sound in 99% of music is always good. Okay, so you may be asking yourself, Dan, where can this be used? Where can a gate be used on a variety of musical instruments? Because we're not just going to have one plugin for a tom. Okay, so this gate can be used on the kick drum to remove any bleed. Okay, such as snares, toms, overheads, let's see, crash cymbals, bells, whatever may be there. You can use this on your snare drum, exactly, to remove all the unwanted sounds. Toms, as we said before, your high, mids, lows, floors, all your toms can use it. Okay, where I wouldn't recommend using this would be for overhead mics, where you want to hear the full range of the kits. Electric guitars, bass guitars, anything that doesn't have a fast transient response, i.e. it's not hit and then gone. Okay, if you were to use this on a bass guitar, for example, it would not sound nice because you'd have a bass guitar chopping in and out at times. Okay, so what we can do is we can copy this information and we can put it on a bass guitar just to show you how it would work. Okay, so again, we're going to go into our plugins, our audio effects. We're going to go down to dynamics, as this is a dynamic processor. We're going to go down to noise gates and we're going to add a noise gate in. Okay, going to get rid of this high tom while we're here. And we're going to add this to our bass. So the exact same settings that we used on our high tom are now going to be set on our bass. So we can paste that in. There we go. This is how it would sound on the bass drum, on the bass guitar, sorry. It won't sound particularly nice. I can guarantee you that before I even hit play on the music. So here it is on a bass guitar. See it opening and closing as the bass player puts a bit more oomph into their playing. It's very clicky and it sounds horrendous on bass guitar. Okay, so not very recommended, if at all. Okay, so what I'd like you to work on is adding this into your drums and anything else that's got a quick transient response. You could even use this on congas. Okay, hope that helps. Thank you very much. Goodbye.